Hello everyone, let's do some drawing. So huge thank you to everyone that helped get to over 900 subscribers within a day. That's insane. And yeah, I couldn't think what to draw today, and I thought, wow, back and forth, a dozen or so different ideas, and I don't know why, but I've sort of ended up on a monster caterpillar doing a bit of drawing. So that's what we're going to do today. Monster caterpillar, doing a little bit of painting. I thought that'd be kind of fun, kind of silly as well. So yeah, that's that's where we're at. Right. Oh, I feel like I just jumped right into this video. Hardly any preface, which is probably good because I find myself rambling quite a lot and mumbling. I guess that's the whole deal with the channel, isn't it? The mumbling I can't do anything about. It's just part of it, I think. So yeah, a monster caterpillar. But it didn't start off as a monster caterpillar. Before it was a like a dwarf fighting loads of orcs, and then it was a goblin doing something else, and then you know what? It was so many different things I can't remember, but for some reason this silly idea kind of won me over, so that's what we're going to do today. Yeah, yeah, seems a normal, logical jump, doesn't it? So yeah, I've never drawn a monster caterpillar before, so this is a first. Like many of the things I've drawn on this channel, if it wasn't for the channel, we wouldn't be drawing these sorts of things. Lots of little details. I just want to have a bit of fun today. Not that I don't have fun every drawing, really. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, sorry if you can hear that in the background. My neighbour knew I was going to draw, so is now strimming or cutting down a tree or doing something. I have no idea. Right. I'm going to draw his little fingers. I might move it just across. No, move it that way. Yeah, that's better. Right, and then do his nice big nail. Nice knobbly knuckles, which are always more interesting to draw. And then he's going to have a big, almost like wand-like paintbrush. You know, maybe even have a little few details on the top. Maybe it was a wand at some point. You know, probably won it in a game of cards. I imagine caterpillars are very good at cards. So maybe it wasn't a natural magic user, so decided that he's going to use it as a paintbrush. What am I talking about? Anyway, I hope you're all doing really well and you've got your cups of tea and or your beverage of choice, and hope you're having a really good day. And yeah, just a huge thank you to everyone that's making the channel a nice little place really to be. And thank you for all the lovely comments, and just, you know, it's really cool watching a really nice friendly little community build, and everyone's really polite and friendly to each other, and that's really nice in this day and age, you know. It's nice to have a little place where everyone feels like they can just message and, you know, comment and have a little chat on the channel. I really like that. That's that was kind of one of our main reasons, really, other than having a place to do my silly little doodles and work on the little game I'm working on. Which actually, in the near future, I've got some nice updates. I might as well talk about them now. So we were thinking, a couple of years ago, I wrote a little children's book, and I haven't published it yet. I haven't published it yet. I've been just sort of going back and forth and trying to make it just right, you know. But I thought about doing it as a comic, you know, and obviously put a lot less writing in it, but draw straight from the source and it's quite a nice little story. It's, it's got some silly little characters, and yeah, I thought it'd be quite cool to do it as a comic. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that. If that's sort of something that you would kind of enjoy seeing the process of. So probably have to do it. I would have to do it digital. So unfortunately, it won't be all inky and splattery. But my style for digital is pretty much the same. So I don't think it'll be too much of a difference. So that's one of my ideas at the moment. Well, one of our ideas here at the Mumbling Artist Studio. Teeny tiny little room in our little house. But also, we're going to start working on the actual making the stuff for the game. The proper game. So that'll be really cool. Oh, and as a bit of a thank you, I think, hopefully, as how well the channel's doing lately, 1,000 subscriber feels like it's just around the corner. So with that, I was thinking about doing a little digital drawing of a game I've been working on, a little mini version of one of the characters from the big board game. And it's just a bit of fun, but it's one of the mechanics, and it's all about spell casting, and I'm trying to work out the specifics at the moment, but you need a deck of cards and a few dice. I think it's about 66 you will need. But yeah, it's a quirky little game, and as long as you've got the printout, so I thought we could do a free printout of the game, and it's just one A4 page, and there might be a rule book, but I'm going to see if I can get it all on the one A4, because I love games that sort of are nice and condensed, and you don't need too much space to use. And yeah, we'll do that. So if that's something that you kind of dig and you wouldn't mind having a little go at it, we'll get that going, because it might be a bit different, a bit fun. The game might be crap, but it might be just you have a spare piece of paper that you wouldn't mind printing off for a little game, then yeah, we can do that. That'll be quite cool. Right, lots of little wiggly bits on the paper itself. There we are. And there's the brush. That was once a wand. I'm going to do a little feather as well on the top of there, because that's kind of cute. There we go, nice. And then we've got another hand here. I don't know why I'm narrating as I'm drawing what I'm drawing. It seems redundant, because you can see what I'm drawing. Right, I'll stop doing that, even though I was going to talk about the palette. So this is a palette. And little splodges of paint every now and again. You ever draw something, then you realise how incredibly silly it is, like when it's too late. You're like, what am I drawing? I've got that right now. Oh, you know what we haven't done for a while, and we might have to do it soon again, is the dice sketch roulette. Because that's good fun, that is, and I really enjoy drawing like on the spot, and maybe we could do like, oh, you know what, we should do another live video, because that was so much fun last time, and everyone that came and joined and made it special, that was a blast, terrifying as well, don't get me wrong, because, when you have people actually watching you draw, you can't just switch it off and be like, okay, I need to restart. You really have to kind of bring your A game to it. Not that there was any A game in that live video, because it was a bit of a travesty, because everything I drew was just rubbish, but it was fun nonetheless. So yeah, maybe that's something we should do again. So yeah, let me know if that's something you wouldn't mind seeing. We could do it this weekend. Hopefully. Yeah, why not? We could do it this weekend, couldn't we? Or we could do the game. So let me know in the comments if you'd rather, to watch me draw digitally. Digitally? God. Took a lot of care trying to say that word. Digitally. The little mini card dice game. for a free print and play, or if you would like to see another dice sketch roulette, or just like just another live video, and you just say what you like to see me draw, and instead of having plans and sketches, we'll just draw it, draw it off the cuff, if that's the expression. It doesn't sound right in my head now. Yeah, we could do that too, or both. We could do both. Right. Do some little bracelets here. Little do. Cool. Cool. So, big giant caterpillar thing. Put some little hairs down here as well. Maybe he needs a shave. I don't know what to do here. Feels like a nice big space to do something, but I haven't quite figured it out. So maybe we could do some almost like biomechanical stuff. Little mix of fantasy and sci-fi in this little bit. Yeah. Oh, cool. What's this? Oh, it's an arm. Okay. It was again that time where I'm thinking, what was I just drawing? Problem is, I drew the sketch, went downstairs, made a cup of tea. Oh, and forgot the cup of tea. And just wandered around aimlessly, really, for 10 minutes. Come back up, and I've completely forgotten what I was drawing. Yeah, sounds about right. Poor little cup of tea. It's just hanging out downstairs by themselves. Not very good, is it? It's my whole personality, having cups of tea while I draw. Whatever shall I talk about now? Don't know. Right, some little mechanical like pipes. And then, you know what? We could just do lots of creases, because I guess it would be nice and creased, wouldn't it? Or the skin, like a caterpillar. Kind of looks a bit spiderish as well. I didn't really think of that as I was doing it. In my head, it looked very much like a monster caterpillar, but this looks more like a spider thing. So let's hopefully we can elongate the body, a little bit. We can play around with this a little bit. Hopefully we can stretch them out and it'll look more like a caterpillar. So yeah, it's got a nice little artistic like hat. Thought that was quite cool. And then a few more feathers, why not? Terrible at drawing feathers. But we'll do some more terribly drawn feathers because they're fun to draw. You can't really go too wrong with them. Well, saying that. Maybe you can. In my head that's like almost like a peacock feather, but not quite. It's okay. It's fantasy. It's a different sort of peacock. Short feathered peacock creature thing. Nice. I'll do some other lines. Right. Should have lines on his arm. Probably, right? I mean, it's a bit more detail than I was thinking about doing, but it might be quite a nice little end result, actually, if I just do a little bit more movement. Yeah. It's one of those times that you think, oh, it's either going to look really cool or it's look kind of crap. But we'll find out together. Alright, there we are. We'll do this one a bit more outlined. Actually, might need to do a bit of outline in general, because I don't want the limbs to kind of disappear with one another. Yeah, there we go. Alright, then do the same for... I think of a name for this chap as well. Should we name him? I think of a really artsy name. Don't know. Have any ideas? Let me know. I'm not very good at outlining today. I think the light that's shining on the drawing itself is really bright. And it's a bit hard to see. That makes sense where the line is. So my sketchy style works really well for this sort of thing. We don't want to draw too much line. We'll break up it a little bit, because otherwise, I think if you do outlining on a fairly detailed image, it's good to have a couple of little bits kind of missing. Otherwise, it can feel quite not quite messy, but I don't know what it is. A little bit too outlined and feels too sharp. Maybe that's what I mean. So that bit, I'm just going to do that one little bit of line, and that's quite nice, I think. Right, where's this other hand? Where's this other hand? Right, so there's one there. I'm not sure if that was meant to be holding a cup of coffee or something, or I don't know. I'm going to do his other little finger sort of pointing off. Clearly a very British spider, caterpillar creature. Pinky finger extended. There we go. Very nice. I'm going to do some more lines on this one. Oh, we need a bracelet of some kind. So there was a Jackie Chan film years ago called Who Am I? And he had this bracelet, and it was like, I'm not sure if it was bone or metal or whatever it was, but it looked just like that in my head. I might be wrong. Might look nothing like that. He uses it to smash a window. Don't know why that's just popped in my head. Cool. Right, and now lots of lines. Right, so I'll do some little spot bits. Maybe it's just his coloration. Like so. It's very silly. Cool. Nice. I need to just slowly have this wiggle into these lines. Nice. Cool, it's all going quite well so far. Give it time now. Alright, we need to outline this chap as well ever so slightly. Cool. Don't need too many lines on the hands and stuff, I don't think. Just enough so it kind of has this same sort of crease. I call it caterpillar. I don't think caterpillars have this sort of creasing, do they? I actually went to a butterfly farm the other day and found just oodles of caterpillars just all nesting everywhere. They're just so cool. They're cool. They're basically little Pokemon. Yeah. Right, okay, so a few more lines. How's that looking? Oh, God, he's so ugly. Oh, dear me. Okay, this nice little mug. Should have been like a little espresso mug, shouldn't it, really? Cool, and there's a little top of it. And I don't know what to put on the cup yet. Maybe that will come to my head at some point. And what we do is some there, and you can't really see the rest. We do. No, that's good. Do a bit of shine, stuff like that. Cool. Right, I need to stop narrating what I'm doing. It's really silly. Right, and then there's another hand. Oh, there is another hand here. Hello. Almost missed you, mate. Alright, there we go. And then there's another hand there as well. I must not forget. And then there's a finger there that I've kind of forgotten. So I'm just going to wrap it around. Have it coming back on himself almost. Bit of a weird, clunky angle, but that's okay. I feel whenever I'm drawing a creature with multiple arms, I, for some reason, get a little mix. Oh, that's the arm. Ugh, forever the professional. I was surprised then that it worked out. I was like, where does this go? Maybe this is teaching me to, as soon as I've sketched, to start drawing, start inking, I mean. Because So often I forget what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. Cool. And then cool. And then should there be another arm here? I don't know. Where's his body? I think his body's quite thin, isn't it? It's just kind of, I think he's all sort of back or segments, or I don't know. I don't know anything about caterpillar biology. So we'll just make it up. Cool. And then we'll put lots of nice little lines, because now I'm really enjoying just doing that. Sorry, the paper's moving a little bit. Let's see if I can hold it down so it's not moving as much, because I think they're quite distracting watching on a video. The paper's moving up and down. Alright. So yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, I don't know. Just rambling along. Do little spots. So yeah, we'll do, I think we'll have to do another live video. Maybe I'll do a little poll in a future post. Actually, I'll put a little post/poll afterwards, and maybe we talk about it in advance. So as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, isn't that cool? 1,000 people subscribing to watch these little drawings and me rambling. That's insane. I never thought I'd have 1,000 people following me well, to be honest, I was hoping for in about a year to get about 1,000, so I think it's been about 3 months, so just incredibly surprised and grateful and really happy about it. Such a push, you know. Right, yeah, so what I was talking about the, we'll do a live video and we'll do a little poll. So after I get this online, we'll do, I'll stick that online as well. And then we can decide what we're going to do for it and how we're going to celebrate, 1,000 subscribers, which I feel is going to come very quickly because, last night we were sort of planning what should we do for the 900 video. And when we went to bed, it was about 886 or something like that. It was incredible anyway. And then woke up and it was about 920 or something. I thought it was a fault. I thought there was something wrong with YouTube. I kept refreshing. I was like, no, I think it's actually accurate. How cool is that? Right, I'm gonna do some little creases, almost like abs. Alright, so that little crease has a bit of a shading. Like that. Yeah, we'll do a poll. I think that's the best way to go about it. Not that we can't do anything that isn't, chosen at a later date. I think I should do another arm, like in the background here. But I might shade it, what's it called? I cross-hatch it because I don't want too much going on. Do you think that'll look good? Yeah, that'll look good. Let me just be careful with it, not rush it. Because I want the attention in the foreground really, and not so much spread between foreground and background, because I do that really far too often in my drawings, and then it becomes a bit of a pain to try and figure out where you're meant to be looking, It's one of those few, not very good. One of these few times drawing, I think less is more. And then we'll do another one here, going down there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cool. Do a little bit of cross-hatching? It's not cross-hatching. What is it called? I don't know. Can't remember. Comic-y style shading. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Comic-y style shading. Seems legit. And then on this one we'll do... He's got another hand there, but Do another piece of paper sort of there, and another one kind of doing its own thing, hanging off the table there. And then we'll have his finger sort of underneath that paper, like that. So we have a little bit of interaction. Sort of like that. So at the top of his nail. So it just shows that there's, it's not flat. Try not to draw flat pictures, really. Even though sometimes when I'm just sort of doodling and sketching, the drawings tend to feel quite flat until I do lots of shading, and we haven't really done any shading on the channel so far. I just think it have to be one of those long videos. Might even start looking into drawing like really long style video and then doing a voiceover. Sorry, I've got the itchiest nose all of a sudden. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing like voiceover ones, because that way it's a little bit easier to draw as well, because I find myself getting distracted by what I'm saying, and then I think the drawing suffers for it. It's kind of funny, isn't it? It's literally just doing two things at once, but apparently I can't do it. Well, I can do it, it's not very well. And I'll do some more lining, more caterpilling. Nice. And if you're drawing alongside me today, you're doing a little bit of drawing as I'm drawing. I hope it's doing really well. Hope it's going really well. That's what I meant. Hope it's going very well. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there, aren't we? We're nearly done. Okay, what should he be drawing? I think it's kind of funny if he's drawing like a sailboat. It's kind of rubbish. I think that's kind of funny. Little mast, and then and then we'll do some birds which are upside down, so they're like this. Yeah. Get the impression he's going to be this like really deep creature doing this incredible scriptures, or maybe a historian, but no, he's just drawing a little sailboat. Maybe he's thinking, oh, that's my dream. If I wasn't this ginormous caterpillar monster creature, I'd be sailing the seven seas. I don't think I'm even going to draw the table. I'm just going to have a mass of paper. I think that's more cool. Nice. So. Cool. This is really silly. I really like it. I'm going to do another piece there. I'm a bit afraid on that edge. And then I'll do all the paper here as well. And there as well. Yeah, that'd be cool. Alright, I think I already touched on it, but also a huge thank you to everyone just being so nice in the community to each other, and being chatty, and some nice little conversations going on, and it's just lovely to see, Yeah, thank you everyone. It's nice to see the little community coming together. So yeah, we'll have to do another live video, because I think that was the best little piece of community so far, just everyone saying funny things for me to draw, and all the ridiculous stuff, and yeah, it was nice. Just gonna do another arm, because I don't know, I just felt like I needed something here. Just felt a bit bare. So yeah, we'll have to start doing some That's a gap, I think. Yeah. We have to start doing some digital work as well, because if we're going to start doing, interactive stuff, or maybe even interactive comic, we have thought about that as well. I think digital is probably going to be a lot easier to do, only because of scanning in, and I don't think the scanner usually picks up my drawings very well, because they're drawn very light, and it's not until sort of the post-production stuff that my partner does all the lighting and changes the colors. So if you were to see this how it is now, I think you'd be surprised how light it really is. We probably do need something, so maybe it's like on a bench. So we'll do some little legs of a bench, like so. We'll do one that doesn't look so busted up here as well, and that'll be fine. And one there, why not? Cool. It should finish there, really, shouldn't it? Okay, and then I've given him a pair of jeans. I'm not sure if he even needs little legs like that, or I don't know. You know what? I've done it. I need to stick to it, don't I? Because otherwise, I'm gonna do something really weird and probably ruin the drawing. So let me just finish what I've done instead of trying to be a pioneer. Do something really bizarre. Okay. Nice. How are we doing for time? Oh, you know what? It's about right. And then we'll do really frayed jeans. Actually we'll do sort of like disco era, really big long jeans, and I think that's more fun. Like so. Obviously into his disco, into his painting, sailboats. There we go. I'll do a little pocket there as well at the back. Nice. It's all going on for him. Maybe it's his last drawing before he, goes in his little chrysalis. Chrysalis? Is that right? Cocoon? Is a cocoon a chrysalis? I just don't know. There we go. That's looking kind of cute. Right. And then his feet. Let me come back to it. So he's got to be on a little stool, isn't he? Like so. There we go. A little bit of shadow. And then a little stool that's holding his tremendous weight. So good. Sturdy stool. Sturdy stool. Say that 10 times fast. Right. And what should we do? His little wobbly knee. Oh, I should have done it all rib, shouldn't I? Never mind. And then what should we do for a shoe? Maybe just a long shoe, or you know what? He's gonna have really oddly small feet. That's so silly. Cool. I think we're just about done, aren't we? I don't think it needs much more than that. So, anyway, thank you to everyone that's supported the channel from the very start, or you've just jumped in now. It's wonderful to see you all, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll put a poll in a post very shortly about how should we celebrate 1,000 subscribers. And as always, if there's anything you would like me to try and draw, let me know. Do some little hairs on his back as well. It's kind of befitting of a caterpillar, isn't it? Right. forgot the little bit of his tummy. There should be his tummy there, and then that hopefully makes sense. Cool. Right, is that looking alright? I think that's fine, isn't it? This ending part of the video is starting to take a little bit longer. Right. Anyway, thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.